Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Stencil Saturday video. This week we're working with my Crossed Diamonds Stencil, and I thought it might be fun to kind of do some border designs. I did have a few people ask if I was going to do any border designs, and I think why not? So I went ahead and just I stitched out, the area that's going to be our so-called border, and I went ahead and marked in a row. Obviously, the stencil itself you would mark 3, and then I just had to scoot it down a little bit to mark it again. I'm going to keep this really simple because I think sometimes simple is good. We don't always need to over quilt everything. Quilts just don't always call for that much quilting. And I have a new ruler that I want to play with. I hope you don't mind. But I might as well do 2 things at once. So we're going to start out. This is the ruler. So it's called, I don't know if you can be able to see it in there. It's called Mod Rounded Diamonds. And if you follow me, have ever followed me at all, I really love things with rounded corners. And so the one thing that I was missing was the ability to do the angle with a rounded curve. So I had this made, and I've not really had a chance to play too terribly much with it, so I wanted to use it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this ruler, and we're going to stitch these diamonds that are in the stencil with a curved side. So we're just going to go through and kind of stitch all of these, and then we're going to come back and add something. Oh, I want to start at the bottom. Oops. So the nice thing I think about borders is that it kind of simplifies your quilting path, because you always have, not always, but a fair amount of the time you have the seam line of the border that allows you to travel a bit, and we are going to need to travel. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line it up, because I want to stitch from the bottom up to the top and then the other side. So I'm just going to line up. I'm kind of eyeballing. I can line up the center line, but other than that, I'm kind of eyeballing that the 1/4 inch, so I'll stay on there and stitch up here. Get to the top. Just going to turn this, line up my center line, and do the same thing. I'm going to travel along the pretend seam here. Now, when I'm going to do this all at once, so I'm going to do all these diamonds, and we're going to come back and stitch again. If I were doing this on a quilt, I would probably work the whole design, but just so I don't want you to be confused at all, so we're going to do these kind of individually. So I'm just going to continue doing this the whole way across this border. Travel. Do this one. And then this last one. Okay, so those are all the kind of rounded diamonds. So now what I'm going to do is I want to go back and I'm going to stitch a straight, using a straight roller. I want to stitch another set of diamonds that's going to come in like this and kind of fill in that middle a little bit more. So I'm going to scoot, well, I'm going to actually scoot here because we would have half of a diamond. So I'm going to stitch from here because we have the crosses in the middle, so we have these points to use. So I'm going to go from this bottom corner up to the center. This point, I'm going to go out to the outside corner because we would have that half. Oh, it might be neat to double those. Well, yeah, let's double them. Why not? That wasn't my intention. I was just going to do the diamonds, but let's double them. We're going to do a 1/4 inch line then on the inside. Okay. So now I'm going to come over to this opposite, this next one. And again, I'm going to stitch from here up to this point, and this time we can do the whole diamond. Actually, I'm not going to because, yeah, I will. And up to this top point, to this next point to create the whole diamond. Oh, missed my mark a little bit. And then I don't want to tie off, so I'm just going to hop right here and echo inside that 1/4 inch. Oh, it might have been nice to have 2 rounded lines too. Now, just to make it kind of all be the same, because I came in on the bottom, I'm going to go ahead right here and just kind of go out and back in before I continue, just so that it's the same on the top and the bottom. And then out, and we can move along here. Stitch from there to this point. Up to the top. Then we're going to go up here and do our 1/4 inch echo. Remembering at the top that I want to go out, whoop, and back, so that I am having it be the same top and bottom. Then I'm going to go back out, travel over to this next one. Just kind of going from point to point. Scoot up in there. And out. And then over here, we are going to have another half like we did on the other side. So right here, we're going to stitch up to that point, to the top, come down and then echo inside. Okay, so you can see it would have been neat if I would have done the a second curved line there. Darn it. I'll save that for another time. But still, I mean, this is really nice because I think you just can travel along. You have points to stitch to. And, you know, just like me realizing that I think it would have been neat had I done more of these, the curved ones right here. The options with this are really endless. I mean, if you did want a ton of quilting, you know, you could have done additional echoes inside. Oh, and I forgot to go up and back. Or you could have stopped with just one line. Maybe you decide you want to add some additional quilting in here. You want a feather or something. So the options really are endless with something like this. So let me go ahead and remove these marks real quick. Okay, so I got those. I got all the marks off there, and I think, let me turn my light off here. I think you'll be able to see it a little better. It's really great texture, I think, and it was really easy. So I hope you guys might give that a try, and I would love to see any variations on this that you guys might come up with. And I'll see you next time. Bye.